Hi everyone, my name is Tatiana Dukes, and for vlog number 3 today, I am going to be discussing the learning path that I selected, which again, as a reminder, was human resources, managing employee problems. So, something that wasn't necessarily discussed in grand detail in this learning path that I learned was managing employee problems is not a one size fits all process. So, every employee is different, and situations do need to be handled based on both the specific scenario and also on that individual that is involved. People don't all communicate, learn, or respond in the same way, so understanding the employee and what approach works best for them is very important. This insight really stood out to me because it showed me that HR management isn't just about policies and procedures 24/7, it's also about the people and relationships. With this learning path, I did gain a lot of knowledge that I can apply to my current skill set, and also I learned things that I can use in my day to day work life. One of those things happened to be how crucial communication is during the coaching conversations and the disciplinary conversations. I learned that these conversations should be guided through a series of thoughtful and open-ended questions. The goal is to create what is called a conversation bridge. A conversation bridge helps turn a disciplinary moment into a moment of meaningful dialogue rather than just a one-sided conversation. For example, instead of simply telling an employee what they did wrong, you will start off by asking them questions such as, tell me why, or tell me more why you think this happened, or help me understand the situation. These type of questions encourage the employee to reflect and explain their perspective. From there, it becomes important to listen very carefully because how the employee thinks about the situation helps them identify what area needs coaching. I also learned that it's best to focus on just one area at a time when coaching an employee so the conversation doesn't become overwhelming and confusing if you're discussing more than one thing at once. Another part of the process is helping employees see the bigger picture. This includes guiding them to understand the impact of their behavior, not just in the moment, but also long term. For example, asking questions like, if this happens again, what consequences do you think could happen? It helps them reflect on future outcomes. It's also important to explore the ripple effect of their actions by asking them questions like, who do you think this is affecting? And how do you think this impacts the other person and or team? It helps employees build awareness of how their behavior affects coworkers, the team, and the organization as a whole. Overall, I will say that this learning path did absolutely meet my expectations. Again, it added to my knowledge and skill set, especially when it comes to handling employee problems in a professional setting. One of the biggest things that I also gained from this is confidence in having those difficult conversations. I now understand that these conversations should be structured, respectful, and focused on helping employees improve rather than just pointing out their mistakes. This knowledge is not only going to be useful for me now, but also in the future, especially if I enter a managerial role or even an HR role, because it gives me practical strategies that I can actually apply in real life situations. I would absolutely recommend this learning path to other classmates. I think it provides valuable insight into real world HR challenges and helps build important communication and leadership skills that can be used in many different careers. Thank you for watching, and this is the end of my vlog.